thinking back around T&M, thinking back around just the issues that we had with change management, with change orders on projects. I think one of the most recurring issues that we had is that with clients, especially during the pre-sale cycle, a lot of their expectations are that they know exactly what they want today, and they expect nothing to change in 6 months, in a year as well. And then at the same time, they also expect that, some of the clients, they expect that they know how to get there as well. So what you end up with, or what we ended up with, was just these lengthy SOWs, and a lot of times they're supported with really lengthy requirement documents as well, which detailed out every single thing that we were expected to deliver. But the issue is that that does not reflect reality, and things do change. And a lot of these requirements were written before we had even a single conversation with any of the product owners, with any of the end users, to hear what they actually want. And a lot of times these were written before there was even a single demo. So a lot of them were written without the client ever even seeing Salesforce or its capabilities. And what that ended up leading to is you've got these giant documents that are legal approved, but they don't represent what the client's end users actually need. And then we spend the rest of the project trying to defend these clients, holding them to this high standard, essentially treating them like a Bible. And in order to deliver to them, we ended up with really expensive change orders very frequently. And I think that's where a lot of conversations that you and I had, that's where it started with, where every time it seemed as though we had a good enough reason for change orders. But the fact that it was just so frequent, the fact that we had to keep going back and asking for money, when really we wanted to partner with the clients and deliver value without additional cost, something was broken.
You touched on something really important there, which is we try to build trust with our customers, and that, you know, you've got this understanding, and ultimately, even when legal signed off on these waterfall T&M contracts, the people that you've been speaking to and in the pre-sales, they trusted us. And then the hardest question that I remember hearing so many times from customers was, how would I have known? Like, you know, you said I was going to get what I needed. You said you've done this before. How would I have known? And the reality was they didn't. We didn't. And we knew that on every project, yet we did the same thing over and over again, and which resulted in those change orders. And these are individuals then that have leadership that they need to report to. They looked at these projects with an ROI, and when we're going back saying now it's, you know, an extra $50,000, $100,000, we're eating into that ROI, and they're committed to a project. So we really weren't setting customers up for success, and constantly needing to repeat that. You know, it didn't just happen once, like you said, it happened on multiple projects.